Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, post-nasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
can I help you? Yes, I have Amazon Prime and I'd like my free sub, please. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You take your Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account, then you get one free subscription to your favorite Twitch channel, like a grown man record night. I like it at Mikey Bananas. He a funny guy and a good looking too. Jay, not so much. Oh, I understand. How about some free soup then? Eh. Link Amazon Prime to your Twitch account and subscribe to Grown Men Record Night for free. You gain access to sub badges and exclusive chat emotes. Subject to credit approval, void where prohibited by law. See Twitch Broadcaster for complete details.
All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why is this here? Why is this here? Is this what we're doing now? Oh, should we do this for like... Wait, if I was showing off a record? Is that good enough or no? I mean, we could not cut to the chase.
Could not cut to the chase.
I mean, we use that for...
Are we live?
That's the... Yeah. That's the Sunday camera.
Can people see us?
Correct.
Oh.
That's the Sunday camera. We're on the Sunday camera.
You're not the invisible man, Jay.
Sunday camera. Boom, boom. Surely.
Can you turn that house down just a tick? Like a
Oh.
0.5 dB. I can't hear too well.
Jay doesn't like the window.
I can't hear too well.
Jay didn't like the... You can cut the fan down to 2 if you want. It's not as brash. What's up, Scotty? What's up, Prowler? Good to see you, man.
I'm not hearing as well. Yeah, I'm not hearing as well these days.
Yeah, because you're a moron. Thumbfinger, what's up, baby? My man. The man, the myth, the legend. There's a reason they call this motherfucker Thumbfinger, Jay. This guy he ain't playing games. He didn't come to play games.
Speaking of bass lines, I saw a picture of Kurt Loder this week.
What up, Nate?
You know, Kurt Loder, I think, just turned 80, I want to say.
Is that right? That is terrifying.
And he's starting to look like he's 80.
All right. Well, I thought that was going somewhere, but...
He looks old, which is weird.
Sure.
Which is weird.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? We got Jay. We got Zonkman in the house.
You know who else was old was Moses.
What are we doing?
Back in the day.
Correct.
Bear.
How old is Martha Quinn? Boy, I would give her the absolute business.
I think she's coughing up pussy dust.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, but back in the day, an intelligent fucking like redhead.
She wasn't redhead, was she?
Yeah. Oh, you said Martha Quinn. I'm talking about Tabitha Soren. Never mind. I was a Tabitha Soren guy. Tabitha Soren, she knew her music. She knew her journalism. She was pretty...
I beg to differ a little bit of that.
Why? What?
She broke that 9/11 story a day early.
Dude,
she lost all her credibility.
What are
on
we
that one in my
doing?
eyes.
What are we doing? But no, I always had a real... What is Tabitha Soren up to nowadays?
Oh, she died back in...
Maybe she's a widower too.
No, she died.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
Tabitha... No, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
I was more of a... Who was the VJ chick that was on the alternative side? The, like,
Kennedy?
kooky- Yeah.
Kennedy?
Oh, she's on Fox now.
I saw her bush.
She got
Remember that? There's this picture.
No.
There was this pictures from Woodstock where you get in the early days of the internet. I waited for that picture to load. Like it took like 4.5 minutes for the JPEG to render all the way.
I
But
did that with Pamela Anderson.
remember that?
Yeah, it was like when the internet first came about.
Yeah.
Get off my... You're using up all my minutes.
Moises Alou. Jesus.
Kennedy, yeah, she...
Kennedy.
She's a political pundit now, Kennedy.
Good for her. Good for her. Kennedy's greasy knoll. Oh, grassy knoll. I saw greasy. I mean, both may be applicable. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to make comedy bits about music.
Does she perm her hair still?
Apparently. Oh, you talking about upstairs? I was talking more of in a downstairs situation, which I'm pretty sure that was permed, or naturally curly. What did you say?
Tabitha Soren. She
Ooh.
passed away in 03, I want to say.
No, stop that. I thought of Tabitha Soren as like a grown-up Claire Danes from My So-Called Life Claire Danes. Like she gets older, she wants to be a journalist, and she's into music and journalism. Like that's how that
You have
evolution.
yourself quite an imagination over there.
Fucking A, dude. I was an only child.
Tabitha Soren, from what I recall.
Stop it. I don't like anything about why is there, it's Friday the 13th. We didn't do like a playlist tonight. We've done that like fucking 48 times. But we did play some Friday the 13th kind of shit off. Fuck, I meant to, before we went live, I was going to put the Aaron sent the Friday the 13th shirt. I was going to put it on under this.
Good job.
I forgot.
You gonna bust it out like Superman?
Good
I
job.
forgot.
You look stupid.
I forgot. That was the plan, was to do it because I was going to rock this sweaty shirt until the show and then switch.
Well, I can trade you.
Absolutely
I got a
not.
sweaty shirt right here.
Yeah. But no,
It smells like salt. You ever
salt?
huff salt?
Snorted salt. I feel like Tabitha has a sex dungeon. We won't allow that's your warning, Wiz. I won't allow any Tabitha Soren Sully business on the program.
Had.
That's your warning. It's official. Wizards
Play
on
any
official
Sly
warning.
Stone or Beach Boys? Nope, didn't play neither one.
No, those
Did
guys
somebody
are
die this
stupid.
week?
They're dumb. We did.
We don't talk about deaths anymore on the show.
Oh boy.
Except Tabitha.
I was lathering my fucking hands up at a double death this week. Woo!
Double D.
We'll get into that. But no, it is Friday the 13th. Speaking of which,
I pray
why
for
there
a double
anything?
death a lot of
There's
weeks.
nothing on in the alcove. The alcove's not even
Oh.
been turned on tonight.
You know what?
Get that Friday the 13th
I
going.
think we should get Friday the 13th going. What do you think?
Which one? First one?
First one. Well,
I've
you've got Jason Lives, Part 4.
Yeah,
You've got the original.
the original.
That's all I see here.
This seems to be setting up for a little bit of a VHS
all right.
Jenga.
I'm not gonna get too wild. I'm gonna get the. Let's see,
Decisions. Don't hurt yourself.
I'm a guy that
Whatever.
likes. I'm a guy that likes like 3, 4, 5 better than. Whoa! Hold up.
4's, which one's Jason Takes Manhattan? Which one is that?
That's like 8 or some shit.
Yeah. That one comes on A&E quite often.
Of course it does.
TLC.
Tender love and care.
All right.
Jenga. Look at that tower, baby.
I wanted to watch Batman, but there's not a tape in there.
Yeah, I wonder who does that. Who puts shit back without tapes in it?
Not me.
You think it's Mike? Probably not.
It's right here. That might be next.
Jenga.
The key is to keep
Jenga.
your eyes up high. And go really slow. There we go. Cooking with oil now, folks. We're cooking with...
Oh, that's dicey. That is suspect.
Nope.
That is suspect.
Look, one-handed.
You haven't let off yet, Jay.
Yeah, it's.
Whoa!
This froze.
Oh, no.
No, it didn't.
All right.
This is when
Did
shit
you
goes
ever
crazy.
have any doubt?
All right.
While Jay's putting the tape in, we got some new Grown Man Record Night merchandise
Oh yeah,
right
look
here
at
on
that
the
shit.
front of the desk.
Get it out.
What would Jay do?
Yeah, we need to be selling that shit.
Chicks.
What would Jay do?
Chicks. Chicks with tits.
Jesus, what are you, a fucking toddler? How would you not be able to pull that out of there?
Chicks with A cups.
He help the 4-year-old with his tape. Jesus Christ.
We'll keep the cross on the switchblade handy for Sunday.
That's Sunday viewing.
If you know what
It's a
I mean.
Yeah, those that watch the Sunday program, you know, it's a cross on the switchblade kind of
It'll
night.
pay off one of these days. Somebody will get their life over.
Yeah, that's all. Hey, if one person makes that walk, Jay, down toward the front,
I've been wanting to do it
attaboy.
on,
There you go. That a way to do it.
I've been wanting to do it on Wednesday night, we should watch it, but nobody.
Did you
wants
rewind this?
to. Yeah, it's at the beginning.
Okay, cool.
I don't think it needs a tracking though.
I need to. You have a cleaning tape that I can borrow?
There's one here somewhere.
Yeah, there's a cleaning cassette here. Sure.
Amid all this pile of
Gomer's pile.
yeah. Man, let me tell you something.
Let's get into it.
Nah, never mind. I'll
No,
save
no.
it. No, I'll save it for later. It's not music related.
Well, we're not even talking about music.
The parents got this new cable,
Yeah.
and it blows them. It's beyond their understanding, you know, 'cause it's all digital now.
Sure.
And
They're not digital guys.
so I tried to introduce them to Pluto this week,
Yeah, they would love that.
and my dad has embraced the 24/7 Pluto channels. So
Which ones?
I caught my dad the other day watching 7 straight hours of Love Boat.
Wow. Jesus.
I was like, why did you even get cable if that's the case?
I'm not a Love Boat guy.
I was.
I never have been.
We watched it on what was it, Saturday night at like 9 p.m. back in the day?
I never liked it. There's an aesthetic quality of that show that I don't care for.
The way it's filmed.
Yeah.
Like
there's-
Dynasty the same way.
Yeah.
It's
A lot of '90s sitcoms do that. That's the reason I don't like
Spelling.
Wings.
Aaron Spelling.
Wings. I don't like Wings. I don't like the
that's a
way.
little different.
I don't like the way it's shot.
It's shot like it's in the mid-90s.
Nah, but like Friends and Seinfeld, like that doesn't bother me.
Friends?
Yeah, Seinfeld,
That's because you need friends.
but the tape stop like that doesn't. Maybe that was shot on film and that shit's shot on video. Maybe that's the difference.
Cheers was filmed
before
for
a
a live studio audience every
Yeah.
week.
Do you remember when we used to get? What's up, Zero?
Hey, look, it's my buddy.
We used to have people say that before we started the show every week.
Cheers is filmed before
No,
live studio.
Grown Man Record Night is
I do
filmed
remember
before.
that. I do
Kimmy
remember
would do it.
that.
when she came over.
I said that a couple times. I think.
Yeah, you did it a few times.
Update on the squirrels, by the way.
I don't think anybody asked about squirrel. Nobody
So,
knows that there was a
if
squirrel
anybody
thing.
If anybody saw my video on Facebook this week of the squirrel,
Your
hanging
family
out,
did.
So I figured out now, like I can open up that window real gently. I can
And
feed the squirrels.
Give him a little scrubby belly.
No, we have this squirrel that's like actually I've tamed, and it's fun. That's been my summer. Kind of fun thing to do is I've been trying to tame this squirrel for like the last 3 months.
Well, my summer project's supposed to be getting back in school, but
I'm going to welding school.
yeah,
I'm going to school to learn how to be a good person.
church school.
Yeah.
Speaking of school,
Hey, look, it's my grandma. Wait, I'm supposed to say your grandma. That's what I'm supposed to say. not
I
my own.
guess. I mean, I haven't had a grandma in a really long
Hey,
time.
look, it's
so
Miss Cleo.
They probably look like that now, but actually, they're probably a bunch of bones.
Oh, no, yeah. I was going to say my grandma's deteriorated. It only takes 11 years. And she died in like 01.
Oh, mine,
She died
that.
before September 11th, though, so she didn't get to see all that.
What is that?
What do you mean? What's the first thing you think of when you say 2001? What's the first thing you think of when you hear 2001?
A Space Odyssey.
Well, selfishly, it's the year I graduated college.
Okay. So that's the first thing you think of?
I mean, or it's Space Odyssey. Is this show about records? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
No.
Maybe. I'm going to the Tim Wilburn school. You'll know when you need us.
Tim Wilburn. Who's
No,
that?
speaking of school, though, do you have a college fund for your son?
Oh, man, let's talk about that. I think that ship sailed, my friend. No. I have a 402c lined up for him, actually.
What is that?
It?
It's not a 401k.
402C?
Salt man? Song man?
Does that mean they're garnishing your wages? Is that what that? It's
No, that
is
means
that
I don't have
code?
to pay. That means I don't have to pay tax on the dividends of my income.
What?
No, 402C is where you've got a if you got a child under 18
I've got a 50B. What is that?
that signs the prom promise before they're 12. You get you don't have to pay taxes on what you put in, or you don't have, no, you don't have to pay taxes on what you take out. Sorry.
Because let me tell you a little wake up call I had about college. You know how expensive college is? Like even like state schools and shit.
I'm well aware they've been looking for me for years.
Yeah, I know. But when the kid went to ECU, she had a fucking
Conniption.
no, she had this trigonometry class, and she had to get the just the cost for the class and the books were so expensive that she had to get a loan for it for trigonometry.
What kind of loan?
Well, I had to co-sign.
I got this. Oh, I won't say it on there. I did get this letter from the sheriff's department though, asking me to renew.
All right, whoa.
Asking me to renew my gun permit that expired 3 years ago. Like, really? Like, okay.
Science jokes? Yeah,
Just
wizard.
saying.
They're doing away with it.
What are you, some kind of astenine boron? Are you an astenine boron? These periodic table
Let's talk
jokes
about that.
do anything?
Let's talk about it after the show, Song Man.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What?
Like,
It's
abolishing?
not record related. Doing away with North Carolina's doing away with the concealed carry.
I heard about that.
Can't do it, period?
You don't have to have one.
Oh, boy.
No
Oh,
shooting,
boy.
Jay.
Civil War.
What's the
Bring it on, North.
Yeah. Good luck, North. Good luck, everybody else. Like literally everybody else, except for Texas. I'll leave Texas out of that, but good luck, everybody
Man,
else.
when does that kick in? Next year?
No, months.
No. 2029?
No, months, not years.
Hey, we're starting off with a shot, man. Cheers, everybody.
That was weird then. That I'd receive, I'm not kidding. I really did receive a letter saying that. That was weird. Save me $40.
Attaboy.
Put that in the 403C.
Finally, we have some dead people to talk about on this show. What has been going on for,
Who, George Michael's sister?
for the longest time? We've not had any fucking dead people.
I know.
to
I
talk
wake up
about.
every morning and just hoping somebody died so we can talk about it.
Jesus. Hey, we lost Brian Wilson this week, man. Love me some Brian Wilson. Was this? Oh my God.
Brian Wilson.
Stream's getting a little laggy. Apologize if things are.
I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. I thought both of these people had already died.
Yeah, that's not a terrific look on your part.
He was a smoker. Look at those cigarettes sitting beside him. Is that what killed
Sure.
him? Lung cancer?
No, he's been like a neurocognitive disorder akin to dementia.
Yeah, I'd heard for a while.
And-
He'd been pretty.
Yeah.
He had been on the download for a while too, I think.
Correct.
Carney Wilson come out and said something about that it was an ongoing thing that his daughter, Carney Wilson, of Wilson Phillips.
Correct.
Shane, you're banned. Go get in timeout, Shane. No more bare naked ladies references.
Laying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Jesus Christ, this guy's a fucking psychopath over
He's
here.
laying
No,
in
but
bed for good
I mean,
now. You don't have to get up.
what a fucking genius of doing their own fucking thing. I've always been a big fan. He's been cast out for a while. Contributed a lot of the problems he had to, like, not only mental illness but some drug and alcohol use and shit like that. But He's been kind of. I
He
mean,
lived a pretty long life, though. I mean,
yeah, for somebody that's had a bunch of issues,
how old
man.
was he? You were 80?
82. Actually, both the motherfuckers, both he and Sly were 82 years young. I hate it when people
Now,
say
he didn't
that.
get along
I
with.
hate it when people say that.
He didn't get along with like Mike Love, right?
I don't know, dude.
Did you do your research on all this?
Huh? That he got along with? I don't know.
Were him and Mike Love still on good terms? Probably not.
But the way his mind in the studio, the way that he orchestrated and arranged all this shit, even if you're not a fan of that type of music, say you're just a straight up metalhead or whatever the fuck, if you can't appreciate what Brian Wilson did in the studio, there's no fucking hope for you. It's an amazing shit that what he came up with, and
I think the most astounding thing I ever heard about the Beach Boys is none of them were surfers. Except for Dennis. Was that the drummer that died in like 1980 or something?
that's his brother, Dennis Wilson.
He had surfed a little bit, I think, but none of them were surfers.
Really?
Yeah. Even Al Jardine.
Even Al Jardine. Towing the line between genius and insanity, and honestly,
Yeah,
my favorite artist of all time, whether it be like physical artists or like musicians or filmmakers or whatever, I've always been drawn to people that are like that. Surprise, surprise, right? I've even been drawn to characters that are the same way. Characters in books, characters in movies, the same thing. Like crazy motherfuckers that have something to say.
So you're a Ted Nugent fan, then, is what you're saying.
I'm not a Ted Nugent fan.
That's what people will say about Ted Nugent. He was a genius and insane at the same time.
Is that right?
Wayne Dang Sweet Poo Tang, are you kidding me? Dennis drowned, yeah, like 1980 or 81 or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we lost Sly as well. He also died at 82. This is a cool story about Sly, which I didn't know this story about him. He started as a DJ. He was a DJ at a station in San Francisco, KSOL, and they formed Sly and the Stoners after that. And then he brought out, started out with 3 of his younger siblings, but brought in all these different musicians, and was really known as like one of the first groups that there was like black dudes and white dudes and chicks and like different kinds of instruments and all this crazy shit going on, all kind of an amalgam together to just, why is this fucking laggy? Hold on. Oh no. Sorry.
What happened?
The PC is like super laggy right now. I don't know what's going on, but it's causing some problems.
I will say, Steve's band sounds more contemporary country on this album than they do hard rock.
Do you think so?
This could
Yeah,
be on 104 WTQR right now.
Yeah, we're listening to a little Uncle Watson's
Steve
widow.
sounds really high pitched on this record.
Backups are running. Yeah, we're good. The for some reason I don't know if something's running in the background or whatever, but it's making the PC run all fucking weird. Sorry about that. We'll work through it. We're doing our thing. We're walking along singing our song. And ironically enough, like I think this was unrelated to the death notification. This right here. God, switching scenes, like everything is causing a fucking problem.
Can I also say too that
Every time I'm switching to a graphic, it's causing problems.
James Brown playing the horn right there. This is band early on.
Yeah, here's the thing. The headline was Sly and the Family Stone to release Unearthed 1967 live album. this was like, aside from this is not a response to him dying or anything, but they announced they got a new album that they unearthed. It's some of their earliest recordings. The First Family live at Winchester Cathedral, 1967. It's going to be coming out July 18th via High Moon Records. It's going to be available digitally on LP and CD. Deluxe booklet. It's got a bunch of like crazy photos and interviews and shit with Sly. Some never before seen stuff, etc., etc.
Etc.
Pretty cool, man.
I'll
Restart the show.
Whenever,
3, 2. Should I do it with different glasses? Should I do my blue glasses?
Blue blockers. Am I the only one that when I saw that Sly Stallone died, was that his real name? Sly Stallone?
I can't remember what it is.
Well, am I the only person though that thought when I saw the headline Sly Stallone dies at 82, like you thought there were going to be, you were just ready for 24/7 Rocky movies to be showing? Did you think it was really like him?
No.
Because I thought like they would have called him Sylvester on his obituary, you know. Glad it wasn't Frank though. Golly, Frank Stallone is so patriotic. He's gonna wait till July 4th to die.
I almost just unfollowed him on Instagram this week.
He's gonna wait till July 4th to die for
He's
sure.
an absolute moron.
He doesn't spell very well.
I don't know if I know a dumber person than Frank Stallone.
He's pretty dumb.
He may be the dumbest person I know.
I don't think he finished high school.
And I don't know him, but like
I know him.
he may be the dumbest person.
I've sent him 145 emails.
I wasn't going to talk about
good
this,
friends
but
with
I'll
him.
just do a little quick mention of this because legendary Merge Records. We talked about Merge Records not about a year ago, where they were closing down or like they were shutting down or some kind of shit. Secretly Group has acquired a 50% stake in Merge Records. Merge had Neutral Milk Hotel, Spoon, Magnetic Fields, Arcade Fire. I guess they had a distribution deal with these guys originally anyway, but it's kind of merged some stuff that includes like Dead Oceans, Jaguar, Satisfactory, Secretly Canadian. So Merge is going to continue to put out records and shit. Legendary like indie rock band. I think initially Merge may have been out of Chapel Hill. Was Merge Records out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina?
Oh my.
Yeah.
North Carolina, Scotty says.
Yeah. But I guess it's kind of, the name has kind of been saved. The longtime like CEO kind of like dipped or whatever like about a year ago. So now with this partnership, I guess it's kind of saved or whatever. Anyway.
All right. Good deal.
Books. Check them out.
Cool beans, bro.
I'm all about some cool beans. I need a brewski. You want a brewski? Get you a brewski. It's pissing me off you're not drinking a brewski.
All right, I'll drink one.
Man,
Yeah.
it's so much cooler with this fan here when Jay's fat ass is not sitting in front of it. I can't even explain it.
Ben, it's what's for dinner. Isn't that what they say?
You gotta hold it up like a beer commercial. Yeah, like that. And like hand
Pour it
me
out of the
one.
Rockies.
It's like you're handing your bro one.
Gotta bite it off.
Sure. All right, let's get into some stuff that came out today. Really cool stuff. Initially thought there wasn't Jack Turkey coming out this week, but
With all these deaths and all.
yeah, I thought it was going to be just Death City over here. I don't know what made me check this out. It's a Battle Elf, which sounds terrible. I'm going to be honest with you. Like that does not sound like something I'm interested in. This is what it says. Battle Elf forged a sound influenced by Can and early Amandul and turned it into some bleak, creeping nightmare. This is some real dark psychedelic shit, is what it said. And I'm like, oh fuck, hold the phone. So I pulled this up. Guitarist Gretchen Gonzalez and Chris Peters. Drummer David Hurley. I know David Hurley from something else.
Meatballs.
Hailing from Detroit. Pulling from Dark Memories. Pulling energy from Can. Lee Ronaldo. Sun Ra. Fred Filth and Eddie Hazel. Cosmic Jokers and Asherah Temple. Like, that list is insane. I read that list and I was like, Dark Memories, Pulling Energy from Can. I don't know why it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting.
Are you on discard?
It's terrible. But anyway, that description is insane. Now, I will say this is it's a little bit tough of a listen for a regular rock and roll listener. Jay would hate this. Let me just throw that out there.
There's a lot of stuff I hate.
Jay would hate this.
A lot of people I hate too.
It's weird as fuck. It's way left field kind of stuff. But if that kind of sounds like your bag,
You got to be in a certain mind
check
frame.
out Battle Elf 10. Somebody was like, yeah, you would think this was something you would want to listen to while you're messed up, but listen to it sober first because it's a little too much when you're messed up. That's what somebody said. Yeah. This is going to be something. This is a brand new record come out from these guys. I'm a big fan. It's actually in what we played as well. But a brand new record from stoner, doom, sludge guys out of Arizona, Goya,
Wow.
which we played. It's on Blues Funeral Recording.
That's killer color, man.
Their description for their band says, sounds like 400 watts of tubes coming out of 16 speakers running over your head. So if that
I can
sounds
get
like
down
something
with
you're
that,
interested
bruh.
Yeah, known for crushing riffs, fuzz-drenched guitar tones, and haunting psychedelic atmospherics, Phoenix, Arizona's Goya takes inspiration from pioneers like Electric Wizard, Acid King, Sleep, and Weed Eater, which those are all pillars of this community. Crafting both the sound of hypnotic and punishing fucking just riffage. Occult tinged lyrics, which is kind of appropriate for tonight. And I jammed this today. I've had a Goya record that it's an EP that I've had for a long time. And at initial listening of this latest record, I don't know that I liked it that much. The singing seems to be a little I may need to go back and give it another listen.
Okay.
The riffage is 100% there. Super fuzz latent, just gnarl biscuits. Singing it seems to be insisting upon itself a little bit for the singing.
Okay.
But that's why I wanted to play the older record I had tonight, and I didn't really get that. It was much more raw. And I don't know. This seemed like, I don't know. I felt a little lead singer disease going on this record.
LSD?
LSD, a little lead singer disease. But super dope record from some super dope
I was going
guys.
to say Goya. They're all in the Mexican aisle. The ethnic food aisle.
Whoa,
of your local
whoa.
grocery store.
And originally, the one I have is on STB Records. I know that guy, Steve, STB Steve. This one is actually on Blues Funeral Recordings. But definitely worth checking out. I got to go back and listen to it more fully, because I did only sample 2 or 3 songs, but I felt like the singer was kind of feeling himself a little more than he was. You know what I mean? I just got that vibe. The singer feels himself a little more now than what he did. New record from King Gizzard out this week. I got to where I stopped mentioning this.
Man, they
even.
put one out every couple of weeks. Bro.
Yeah, that's why I stopped kind of mentioning like the King Gizzard stuff. This is
I wish I had their budget. You know what I'm saying?
Phantom Island Recycled is the name of this. It's a follow up to the 2024. I guess they've not released one this year. I guess it was recorded at the same time that they did the last record, but they've got a full blown orchestra across this record.
Okay.
So it's got the psych rock energy with like orchestral arrangements and shit. I listened to probably 3, 4, maybe 4.5 tracks of this, I don't like it.
Okay.
I'm a big King Gizzard guy. I don't know that I've ever really like shit on anything that they released. They released too much to keep up with.
They didn't
But
release too much.
I didn't really care for this too much,
It was
to be
going
honest.
against the grain, though.
I mean, if we're comparing it to some nonsense on the radio, sure. But like in terms of like a King Gizzard record, this is without a doubt not even close to my favorite King Gizzard.
All right. They're just going against the grain.
I mean, that's kind of their thing. I mean, they go against the grain. That's what they do. But it's a weird one. It's not even. It's a weird I can handle. It's a little the opposite. It's not weird. I don't know. It's too down the middle.
Straight laced.
Maybe the orchestra's
square.
what's doing. I
It's
don't
a
know.
little more square
I don't
for your taste. It's kind of Diedrich Young.
What is Dedrick Young catching strays?
No, you said Diedrich. You said Diedrich.
No, it's Dedrick. It's Dedrick.
It's just a family record. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, what up, Snow? My wife listens to Goya and bands like that to go to sleep, man. That's why she's the fucking business right
I listen
there.
to bands like that when I go to sleep.
You know your wife's the fucking business.
But also-
and your wife knows she's the fucking business.
Does she kick and punch in her sleep?
Him. She's wrapping triangle chokes in his ass.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. Man, did I ever tell you about Gary Brown used to have sleep terrors about Vietnam when he
Yes.
never served?
Dude, tell Snow this. Tell Snow this.
He's not on it, is he?
Yeah, that's who
Oh,
I'm
no,
talking
I'm
to.
not gonna say it.
No, you got to. You done it now.
I was married to Gary Brown's daughter, you know, and she told me some stuff about him that he used to have these night terrors. She used to call them war dreams, but he never served, but he dreamed he was in the war. He'll wake up and go through the house like it was an infantry unit.
And he didn't serve, which is normal for somebody that had some PTSD from
Yeah, no,
serving.
he never served. No. Hey, Tank,
Was he just afraid of serving?
I don't think he was alive during the draft. Or he wasn't of age during the draft.
I don't know. She sleeps on the couch. Holy shit.
Who said that? Come on, man. Rat mower?
That's the snowman.
I know, that's his name, Rat mower. Hey, Snow, did I tell you my... Hey, Snow, by the way, off air, I'll tell you my Kelly Scott theory. I don't want to ruin it, but I don't think she's really dead.
What are we
I don't
doing?
think she's really dead. I
What
think
are
she's faking the whole thing.
What are we doing? Here's a cool one.
I called Channel 8, but they haven't. They didn't want to do
Fuck
it.
Channel 8. Come on.
They didn't want to do the story though.
I guess this came out in 2023 as a record store day thing. Screaming Trees, I'm a big fan of. This is the Wrong Turn to Yanam. It's live from Egg Studio in 1991. Some early shit. It's a live album featuring their session at Egg Studio, released as a limited edition vinyl in 2023, part of Record Store Day. And they've like 2 other drops, and this came out. It's like a reissue today, I guess. And I brought it up. I stopped really doing reissues a bunch here on like this segment, but since I didn't really know what the fuck this is, I jammed some of this today. I love this.
Okay.
Really good record, man. It's got live performances of songs like Orange Airplane, Uncle Anesthesia, and Alice Salad. Love some Screaming Trees, man. I only have Oblivion, and I only have it on CD. Do you have that on vinyl?
Do you want me to bring it?
You got it on vinyl?
I've got that record on vinyl. I got it on RSD.
You nearly lost me.
Oh, no, I don't have Sweet Oblivion. I've got that record.
Oh, that record. Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bring that.
Okay.
For sure. Did you get it back at like 2023, the record store day?
From Harley.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harley Race. Tank. I like where this is going, Tank.
Woof. Woof. Big time news for this big time community that's got big time taste and big time music. Brand new Budos Band record dropped today.
Budos.
7. 2 years after releasing it, I'm so far behind on Budo's Band stuff. I've only got a couple.
The mask.
Their first full-length album since 2020's Long in the Tooth. Is that the one you guys on? Do you have Long in the Tooth?
No, I have zero Budo's Band.
I thought you had the... No, you got Black Market Brass, the second one. That's what it was. So they got a little darker with their shit. But I jammed some of this today. And it's classic Budo's Band business where it's like just in, you know, you've got the funky business going on with the horns, but you got this like kind of Afro beat, fuzzed out guitars and shit going on as well. Man, this shit's a fucking vibe. Check out this brand new Budo's Band, man. I'm telling you. 11 tracks on this shit. Really doesn't disappoint.
It's Friday the 13th, right? You said break it. You said wear my hockey mask.
Yeah, hockey not an umpire.
Okay. This is one that made me very few times throughout the year as I'm scouting things to talk about on the program, and I see that something came out and I'm like, oh shit. And I immediately opened another browser tab, went over to order it immediately.
Yeah.
Then I started looking like the little symbol before or after the price. Like, that don't look like American shit to me. And it's like the European shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So what it was you guys know I'm a huge fan of whores. And the only I've got the new record, I've got gold, but what I don't have are the first two EPs, which is Ruiner and Clean. And I thought about getting them gotten them on CD. What the fuck's wrong with me? And so I guess they're releasing these two EPs as one LP. And on Pelagic Records, went over to the website, and like I said, I'm like, oh, this is European shit. I saw this right here, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
And before I ordered, I started popping around, and I went to the Instagram page where they hyped this up. And the official quote, because somebody was like, hey, I'm trying to order this, but this is European. Christian from Horrors says, and I quote, it's, what do we do in America? And it says, coming this summer on Threat Collection Records website. Threat Collection. So I held off on purchasing this.
Sorry. You held off on purchasing the record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the American one's apparently going to be coming out. But I'm so worried I'm going to miss it that I was like, are you sure? They're pretty nonchalant about it. Anyway.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
But these two EPs are going to be coming out, and that'll complete my horse collection. I have the first two EPs, plus gold, plus the new record. I think that completes it.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the night that I got this...
Rico Plaza. Everybody's asking if that's Rico
Did I ever
Plaza.
say about the night that I tried to be really cool and go to the game like this?
Oh, backwards.
I tried to do a game like this and just to be cool.
To fill out your scorecard, did you pull up a chair and sit in it backwards? Like Fonzie?
Hey.
The cool umpire? I think you should put your chest protector on.
This won't be hot.
No.
It's got coolbacks built in.
Oh, let me punch in the front.
You can, actually.
Sure.
Hold on, let me... You can't do it hard, though.
Of course I can do it hard. You telling me I can't do something
I'll
hard?
still absorb the punch. I mean, but all right. You can't do it hard. It might hurt your hand. Don't here. Just try a little something.
I want to try. I want to see what it feels like.
No, don't do it hard.
Okay, just line it up.
Throw a golf ball at me.
No, I'll do a 1-inch punch. I won't draw back. I'll keep it right here. I literally won't pull back.
Don't hit me in the heart, though.
So it's right here.
Peace! Well, I'm alright. Did that hurt your hand?
Of course not. You all right?
We need to get you a drink, Jay.
No.
All right, let's get into a little bit of what we played. Boom. We got a little Friday the 13th vibe in here a little bit tonight. We kind of mixed it around, you know how we do shit. Plus we had some dead motherfuckers we had to get to.
Oh yeah,
so,
we had the dead people. Thank you. Don't smell that song.
That would be tough.
I aired it out, but I don't think it helped.
I don't know why I stumbled across this record last week while I was looking for something to play, and I thought, like, man, I bet this would be a good record to, because a couple of weeks ago I did Carole King instead of a jazz record first thing.
That really is jazz, though. If you think about
No. But so I was like, oh, maybe it doesn't always have to be jazz. Maybe just something a little lower key or whatever. Something we don't end up playing like later on in the program. And I got this from Goodwill. This is not water damage. This is actually how the record looks. It's meant to look like this. Damian Gerardo. This is a singer-songwriter guy from Seattle. He's been on a few different labels, including Sub Pop. This one's on Secretly Canadian. Yo, we were just talking about Secretly Canadian. We were talking about the merger. I just literally talked about Secretly Canadian. Isn't that stupid? I didn't realize that. But I got this at Goodwill for $1. This is like a singer-songwriter guy. I looked this up. This record's like fucking $50, man. Pretty damn good shape. Clean as a whistle for some fucking Goodwill shit. And it's singer-songwriter, acoustic stuff, which I don't play here on the show very much. To be honest, I don't listen to that much either. That's not a genre that I reach for fairly often. I was just recently talking about this. I see all my friends and like
in your dreams.
correct, all my dead ones. But no, like people our age, and as you get older, you're like dad guy and whatever. Everybody goes from like rock and roll guy to all of a sudden you're like Mr. Acoustic guy.
Not me.
And I'm doing the complete opposite. As I get older, I don't know that I'm getting heavier, but I'm getting weirder and noisier.
You're getting heavier.
Weirder and noisier in terms of my taste of music. Like, everybody else is like, oh, I'm into like Americana, and it's like, yeah, I dig that shit too, but like, nah, I'm still finding like super sludgy, like gnarly fucking bands to listen to, and I keep
Like Veruca Salt?
yes, and those translucent orange drums. I know you know what I'm talking about from the video.
I just saw them yesterday. That's what made me think of that.
I love Veruca Salt.
You should marry him.
Chick with a guitar.
I love Jill Sobel. You remember her?
I Kissed a Girl.
I heard that song on Sirius the other day for the first time in probably 25 years. At least. That's one of the songs you don't hear too often anymore.
Dude, I'm still like infatuated with is Bjork. Ragnar sent me this clip this week, and it was you remember when she attacked that reporter? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's on some like talk show, and they're asking her about that, and she's like, "Oh, it's the monster. The monster only comes out every 7 years, so you got to see it or whatever."
That's crazy.
And I was like, but she was saying it like that. I'm like, man, that's the hottest fucking shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Man.
That's the hottest shit I've ever heard.
Crazy.
Letters to Cleo.
I remember them.
Jill Sobel died a few weeks ago.
Good for her.
God.
Good for her. We didn't have one. We didn't have a record of hers to play though.
I didn't have one of hers.
What'd she die
We could have played the Scissor Sisters, I guess.
of? Tabitha Soren died in 03.
No, stop. I don't like that. I don't like it.
Tabitha Soren. Let's see what she died of.
Tabitha Sore End, because I got a hold of her. I think I used to make that joke in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, she died of...
No. Of hemorrhage.
Ovarian disease.
Of hemorrhage, because I got a hold of her. Sorry. Bjork definitely has a sex dungeon. I'm on board. All right, we're getting into what we played before I keep talking.
Did you know Tabitha Soren was in the video You Got to Fight for Your Right to Party?
No bullshit?
No bullshit. She was 19 years old.
Really? That's awesome. Oh, where's the... we just showed the first one. Sorry. I pulled this out. I don't know why. Aftermath, Rolling Stones. Where'd I get this? Hippo Records, $3.99, man. From an actual record store. And it's in... There's nothing wrong with this record. Like, I don't know why this was $3.99.
Dude.
But nowadays? Is that her now?
Yeah.
Is it really?
No, that was her before she died.
Hold up. Let me see that.
In 03.
Let me... Seriously. Is that 03? Huh?
That was her before she died.
No, she didn't die.
Look at that picture right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
She looked like, before she died, she looked like she was the same
She's
age
not
as
dead.
she was,
She's not dead.
oh, too bad. She ain't into dudes.
That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
You're out of luck, man. Sorry.
Motherfucker can dream. That's what life's all about.
Turns out she ain't into dudes.
Tabitha Soren has 3 kids with Grown Men Record Night.
Soren night.
As much as I think she's hot, I don't want that at all.
Her Soren.
That's,
his buttholes.
that's why I went that direction.
Butthole.
Anyway,
Butthole.
little homage to Sly. This is the only Sly I've gotten. It's not in the best shape, and I apologize for that. But we did hear side 1 of this. Look at this. The back. This is one of the best back covers of any record ever. I mean, that is just perfection right there, right? That's rock and roll perfection right there. It's awesome. My dad was a big Sly guy. Played side 1. Oh no, we played side 2, which has Everyday People, Hot Fun in the Summertime, Milady, Sing a Simple Song, Thank You. Of course we had to end with Thank You.
Thank you. Sly.
No, thank you. Thank you,
Sly.
thank you, Sly. Here's what I was talking about earlier, that fucking Goya record. I picked this up way back in the day. Goya the Enemy. This is would be considered an EP, I would assume. What's the back cover look like? Anything?
Oh, that's right. Jill Sobel died in a house fire.
What?
She did. She really did.
Did she really?
I remember reading that, actually. Maybe that's why I heard
Orange
her song.
Vinyl, STB Records. This guy that ran this, I don't know if FCB's still going or not. Do you know STB Records? I was in some groups on Facebook, actually one particular group on Facebook, like a Stoner Doom Collector, and the guy Steve from STB would always come in there and like hype their records and stuff, and he was a super cool guy to interact with.
Okay.
So when I was aware of these guys, and when this popped up, I don't know where I got this, but I knew like not to sleep on that.
Yeah.
I knew not to sleep on STB, and I knew not to sleep on Goya.
Yeah, Sirius XM did that. That was probably a tribute where they played that song for 24 hours straight.
Which one?
I Kissed a Girl. They just played that on loop for 24 hours. Because that's all she did.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
Here's the twofer that Jay traded me.
Oh, yeah.
We just played this a couple of weeks ago, actually, before Brian Wilson died. We played, this is a twofer. It's got Smiley Smile and Friends on it. We played Smiley Smile a couple of weeks ago. And so I reached for Friends tonight. Was it side 1 of Friends?
Yeah.
Played side 1 of Friends tonight. And Jay was telling this twofer goes for a chunk of change now.
Yeah, this is one of Outside of hitting that pedestrian a couple of years ago, this is one of the biggest regrets of my life. Trading that away, yeah. I didn't see him. He wasn't wearing light colors.
Got to be wearing the reflective shit.
Sure. If you're going to be walking at 7 p.m.
It seems to make sense. So I told Zonk, man, I was like, yo, bring some it's Friday the 13th, so let's lean into the occult stoner dune kind of stuff.
Sure.
I thought I was going to already do some horror synthwave stuff. We did get to some of that. We didn't make a big deal of it, but Electric Wizard. I don't own any Electric Wizard on vinyl, which is insane.
Shame on you.
I've passed over Dope Throne. I'm not Dope Throne. Dope Smoker.
No, Dope Throne.
Dope
That's
Throne.
The big one
Sorry.
I need, man.
I passed over that so many times, and I'm a moron. But this one here, this is Time to Die. When did this one come out?
You know what? I don't know. I just know that was actually a record store day from like 21 or something.
Yeah, I mean you can't go wrong with Electric Wizard.
08 maybe? I don't know. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I always said I listened to Dope Throne in my car when I was a news photographer, like a lot, and even in like a little Ford Escape with a little decent stereo, just stock stereo. The bass in that, it would give me a headache. It was so like floppy that I had to like stop doing it. I had to stop listening.
Yeah.
Electric Wizard and the Wizard. Sure. I'd buy that. 100%.
Yeah, they're putting out a new sports album.
Sports. You like sports, Jay. You're a sports guy.
Sportsman.
Jay's a sports guy. Are we playing golf tomorrow?
Sportsman. I'm a sportsman. Why do they call fishermen sportsmen?
That's sportsman.
It was a serious question.
From a serious guy
Fishing and hunting, you're a sportsman.
with some serious
They don't
cholesterol.
call athletes sportsmen. They call them athletes.
No, because it's not an athlete. It's a sportsman. That's why you don't say athlete.
But bowl, they don't call people that bowl sportsmen. That's a
I
sport.
would say that's a sportsman.
Don't call them sportsmen.
That's an athlete.
I don't know if that's an athlete.
I would say, like,
If
if
it's
you're,
an activity elite.
I know, like, you're talking about, like, recreational fishermen. You refer to like, hunters. You call them sportsmen.
Yes.
But-
Exactly what I'm saying.
Professional fishermen, or professional bass fishermen, way more of an athlete than a golfer or a bowler, by far. By far. You're making 1,000 casts a day. And people are like, oh, whatever, you're out there drinking beer. Fuck. It's like, no, it's insane. Like, the pace of that, if you don't do that, it would make you cry. It's so fucking intense. And there's a lot of people laughing that don't know shit about dick, and that's fine. Because the world's full of stupid people. But I'm telling you now, that's much more of an athlete than any of those, like, recreational, like, sports, like golf, bowling, that kind of shit. Fishing's intense, man. My dad would wear me out. Like crippled over, like
Really?
can't crawl to the fucking bed, tired. That type of shit. Golf doesn't do that to me. Even playing shitty. So we did a little, some like horror themed synthwave stuff. Midnight Danger, Malignant Force. I was on a pre-order for this shit. Me and Kron actually both. For like a fucking year. I had forgotten. It was like one of those things. I think I ordered it in September. I pre-ordered in September. And I don't think the fucking record came until like August of the next year. It was like crazy. It was really close to that.
Cray.
And got the glow-in-the-dark vinyl. And you can't find this for like less than $100 now. But yeah, Midnight Danger.
Let's turn the lights off.
I've got it to glow a couple of times, but you have to like expose it pretty tough.
Exposed.
Yeah, the like Mopery. Are you into Mopery? It's some more like occult shit that like Zonkman brought. Little green lung. Where are these guys from?
England,
UK.
London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was
Green
the
Lung.
second record.
Yes.
Second record from Green Lung. Yeah, fantastic. I would say it's more stoner than doom,
Occult.
but a lot of occult vibes on it for sure.
Green Lung.
The harrowing, old gods, leaders of the blind, Reaper's Scythe, Graveyard Sun. So lots of occult kind of tinge here.
I know a leader.
Black Harvest, Upon the Altar. There we go. You Bear the Mark. Whoa.
They found you, Jay.
Doomsayer, Born into a Dying World. So yeah, it's definitely of that ilk for
I know
sure.
the leader of the blind.
Ray Charles.
Oh, a teacher at the school of the blind lived right the street. You know, they make the brooms.
Yes.
The industries of the blind. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we know people that work there, so we can't. We
You
can't.
buy the brooms?
They make mattresses too.
Do they really? How are
Yeah.
they?
You know Osama bin Daniels. He worked there for a long time.
Is he
Also-
blonde?
Also, Duker.
Are they blonde?
Duker left the TV station to go work
The
there.
industries of the blind?
Yeah, she
That's
was their
cool.
marketing.
It's cool. It's a fulfilling job.
Yeah. Stop. See, I stopped myself. Finally. Some more of that fucking synth wave kind of. Because I was like, we played for Friday the 13th over the years. We played lots of doom metal, and we've played, the death metal. We've played Black Sabbath. We've played, dark ambient stuff. Some of the stuff that we've not played as much when we get to this stuff. Because we've done this for so long. I don't want to reinvent the wheel over here. So, pulled out a little Mega Drive 198 XAD, a seminal, absolute seminal synthwave classic. If you dig synthwave stuff, this is like a Led Zeppelin 4 of like modern synthwave stuff. A lot more. It's like a lot faster and more aggressive than like Mitch Murder or like that kind of stuff. This is like the heavy metal version of like that kind of stuff.
You like heavy metal, man?
Super fast and aggressive. It's like aggressive, dark synthwave kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was dark, man.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Boom, that's what we play.
Crazy, man.
We should probably get into some marbles.
Maybe.
If it doesn't cause my fucking PC to crash.
Oh, yeah, it could be a thing, man.
It's kind of backed off. There was something going on. I'm going to get...
Could be,
When all this is said and done...
could be all that stuff going on overseas.
No. Or it could have nothing to do with that.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
know that.
okay.
Did you?
They are.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes when I like launch something, it mutes the mics. It's a weird thing that started happening. Sorry.
It's called a mute launch.
Like ML? Boom.
Contemporary country. It's only the newest Carrie Underwood song.
See you next Tuesday.
See you, see me. Lionel Richie.
Boom, random, play. Oh, look at that guy.
Man, that guy looks messed up, man. What happened to him? Hey, why the round face?
Oh, look at Don Crom's got the track record at 142 and some
yeah,
change.
okay.
Exclamation point, play in the chat if you would, please. I'm going to take a piss.
All right.
Jay, tell us a story.
Well, we got 30 seconds, folks. Bring it in right now.
That's cute. You think I can piss in 30 seconds, but
I don't really have any stories for this week. If anyone else has got a story they want to tell in the chat, they can.
tell everybody why you are the way you are.
I don't think they care.
And you ain't got enough time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, story of my life. I'm writing a biography. If anybody wants to, somebody can proofread it for me if they'd like to. Let's see. Exclamation point play. If you want to get on this game, it looks like we've got a pretty good field right now set up. What track is this? What's the name of this track, by the way? Do you know?
I can't read it.
Reminds me of Pepto-Bismol. I'm not sure what's going on. Looks like we've got about close to 10 people or so far. 9 people, sorry. So why don't you get in there? Maybe we can convince Mikey to send out a prize for this week's game. Pink Panther's butthole. That's the name of it. Okay. That's his tail going down from the bottom of the whatever, the suction device. Pink Panther we had on last Sunday night, I think it was, on the television over there. I was never a big fan of the Pink Panther. What was the insulation commercials he used to be on? Do you remember that? I didn't know much about Pink Panther before that, and I thought he was just made for those insulation commercials. And then it turns out he was a big thing back in the 50s and 60s, I guess. The movies or the cartoon? By the movie, do you mean like the Peter Sellers Pink Panther? We never watched the cartoons. I don't know if the cartoons ever came on television here. Now that I think about it, Scotty. I don't recall them much, but what did he had on some random Pink Panther cartoons? They were like the shorts, I guess. They were on the background, so we couldn't hear them. So I don't know exactly what they were entailing, but
You're entailing.
You're talking about how Pink Panther doesn't impress me.
What?
It's a cartoon.
The cartoon doesn't impress you? Are you serious?
You were traumatized.
And how I thought, was Owens Corning? Is that the
Correct. The insulation.
Yeah, I thought they made him just for that when I first saw it. I didn't even know he was a thing back in the 50s and 60s or whatever.
Okay.
Did your dad tell you that Pink Panther was the
My
devil?
dad liked the Pink Panther. That's actually how I learned about it.
My mom's a big Pink Panther guy. All right, let's run
And
this.
my
shit.
dad likes the movies with Peter Sellers.
I like the cartoons way better than the movies. Did I get in here?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure.
Did everybody else get in?
I doubt it. Running this bitch. Nobody's watching. This channel's fucking dead. Sunset.
Heading that way, man.
Sunset channel.
Heading that way, it looks like.
Sunset.
So the track
The
record,
whole studio cast may just die tonight.
125. It's very possible.
Oh, it's a pink butthole.
Yeah, that's how Pink Panther came up. Pink
Sure.
Panther butthole.
Sure.
The Point Panther butthole.
Look at that.
Look at that detail in the pink.
That looks delicious. Looks like ham salad. You a big ham salad guy, Jay?
Nah.
I'm a big ham salad guy. My mom does a homemade Kidnatas.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was pretty easily Mount Scallion Radio. Mount Scally Radio. Is that
You'll get it eventually.
MTS Cali Radio?
Okay. Crom is way. Look
Look at the
Crom's-
uterus, right? Look at the uterus section.
Don Crom's way on out there. The track record.
That's
You guys
totally,
got to pick it up.
that's totally a uterus. Kid Satan.
You a big uterine fibroid?
I have a collection of photos
Oh, it's a nice little 1-2 punch here.
of textbooks.
The
photos
kid and
of
Scally like
uteruses.
duking it out. I like this. It's a good little Friday night little duke out sesh.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm not opposed
Well,
to
they
that.
both got through their clean
Why don't
too.
you shake hands at the end? Everything's good.
It's a rally.
It's no bad blood. Just a nice little handshake.
I
At
never
the end.
liked that word rally. I don't trust words where they use the same letter back to back.
Boom.
That was a pretty flawless win.
Nice little race though. Nice
That
little
was
race.
quick. What was the time on that? So no record.
No, Crom was smoking. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know
he
what
was.
I don't know what Crom was doing.
He was smoking something. Wins 0 + 1.
There you go, Scally. Had a baby. There you go. 150. I mean, only 8 seconds off the pace. That's not terrible. I mean, for a quick track, maybe it's a little bad.
We might have come out and ran this track earlier tonight, just knowing we were going to do it.
I mean, no,
Well,
that's why I
that's
do.
not against the rules.
That's why I do. Yeah, it is. It is against the rules. That's why we have random tracks. But that's Aaron. 10 out of 10. I mean, hey, you're used to that, Aaron. Aaron's got field day medals from elementary school that says competitor on it.
Yeah, that's what they give out now. Competitor.
I got some blue ribbons from all the strength stuff. I was good on.
I was the best at standing in the corner.
All right, sure.
I was the best crier.
The loudest crier. Sound like an elongated sneeze, just with more tears
I didn't cry that often.
and
in school.
more trauma.
I think I cried the day the Challenger exploded.
That's a sore subject. Why would you do that?
I did actually. I think I tried,
did.
I tried to act too macho.
I
to
did,
cry,
but that's the
deep
day my
down I
grandmother
wanted to.
died.
Yeah, true.
That's
You still had to go to school.
I did.
I know. That's funny.
They came and got me later.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to.
When she was officially dead.
They just didn't want me to see her get drug out of the house all dead and shit.
True.
Which I appreciate.
Do you
I
think
guess.
she had any loose stool when they drove?
It's possible. I didn't smell it. I was in the house. I didn't smell it. I would have smelled a stool. Sure. I'm no moron. I could have smelled a stool.
No more.
No, I was third grade. I wouldn't have.
A smeller worked back then.
I could have smelled a stool.
Sure.
All right, let's get in a little dig of the week action.
Sure.
I kind of a weirdo dig of the week for me. You do me a favor?
What?
Hand me those 2 pieces of equipment.
Oh, well, I'll get one. You get one.
I ran into some pretty good luck at the TV station today. I was hanging around the TV station, and there was a bunch of stuff that was like they're gonna throw away, or like literally, pretty much, literally.
Look, Dennis Leary sent this. I didn't know this.
Huh? So I went down there. Steve had already looted the area, and Steve was like, "Oh, let's go down there." I wasn't even gonna go look because I got in there like super late, and we went down there, and I found this, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude!" It's a rack-mounted compressor. It's a DBX 166A rack-mounted compressor. Anybody that's into like studio gear and shit like that, in terms of like recording. I was going to give this to Jay or like sell it. This, you know, a lot of people say it's not the best compressor in the world, but it's a fucking compressor and it was free and laying on the table. Okay, sure. Steve got some microphones, like some wireless lavaliers. He got a few like handheld like actual microphones. And I talked him into taking this fucking Yamaha tape deck he wasn't going to take. And I'm like, dude, take this so I don't have to take this and the other stuff I'm getting. So I look like I'm looting the whole fucking thing. So this compressor, which would go really nice in a studio setup.
I heard it's switch.
I heard it's not fantastic for fucking vocals, but for like drums, especially snare drums, it's got a nice compressed like snare drum sound.
You ready
but
for this?
This right here, this is also rack mounted and heavy as fuck. This is really like my main tick of the week right here. It's a Tascam CC222 that's got a tape deck and a CD deck over here. That's a CD burner as well.
Oh,
so
I was going to ask that.
You can go from cassette to CD or CD to cassette. It's a dual way recording deck.
Damn.
Yeah. So you can make mixed CDs or you can make mixed or cassettes. Also, there's a phono input, so you can just plug your turntables in this, make mixed tapes, make mixed CDs, whatever the fuck you want to do. This was free. If you look up the eBay sold auctions on this thing, bare minimum, like working, is $250. It's anywhere from $250 to like $400 for this thing.
Oh, damn.
It's insane. And it puts my fucking like CD player and cassette deck in one unit. I've not tested it 100%, but it's a Tascam and it's rack mounted. I mean, that's insane. You know this is going to be legit. You look it up. I mean, there's a reason this shit goes for so much money still on eBay, and it's not just like listed. It's sold
right.
Auction prices. But yeah, I'm really tomorrow's project is hooking this bitch up and finding out if it works and all that shit, because it'll replace my CD player over there and my fucking tape deck, and I can just do this as one unit. Maybe run the turntables into it too. So if I wanted to do like a mixtape thing off of the turntables, it would be just like lickety split to do that. Test it Sunday, Mighty. You calling me Mighty Mouse? It's all right. I fuck with it.
It was hooked on your foot. I was making sure.
Sit that over there somewhere. Yeah. So I'm super fucking stoked about that.
We're gonna go all the way back to where this
Holy shit! Am I stoked about that? Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Where do you want?
No, anywhere's fine. Anywhere's fine.
I'll go back where it was.
Yeah, that was a real surprise. Like, and again, like Steve, there was some other rack-mounted stuff down in there, and I don't know much about like studio stuff, but I know like a good compressor is like that's kind of the base of some like good studio stuff. Is you want like a really good compressor. I looked this up, and there was a lot of people shitting on it for like a lot of different reasons. But other people are like, yeah, if you pick this up as a compressor, it's fine. Maybe plugins can even do it better, or blah, blah, blah. But what I'll end up probably doing is flipping that compressor.
Oh, okay.
So I just went downstairs at the station, picked up something that I can make $70, $80 off of, lickety split. Now, the other thing I'm going to fucking keep, unless it's I didn't plug it in, but, assume it works. Anyway, so what do you got in terms of dig of the week stuff?
Well, yes, I've got some. I went to Hippo,
Okay.
but I didn't know if you wanted to go back to your other.
We want to
Are
do
you
that
gonna
at the
do that
same time.
last?
We'll do it at the same time. We can do it right now.
We can do it at the same time.
This didn't even open for me.
Oh, go
I got to get my. Where's my knife at?
Oh, fuck.
I don't see my oh, here's my knife.
Oh, hammered that a little bit. That's all right. We got the same dig of the week. What? How did that happen?
Yeah, we got the same dig of the week. We'll just
And
show-
hey, y'all better have it out there too.
fucking right.
You better have it.
You know, Ripple reposted me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah. Fuck, that's pretty deep, man. I might have to go to the fucking hospital for some stitches.
they posted this was coming out, and I reposted it and said, "Go buy this record right now, or I'm telling mom to check your browser history. I'm telling mom about your browser history."
Oh.
All right, pull yours out. Boom. Oh, you got the CD too?
Hell yeah.
Nice. Yeah, a little Holy Roller. This is our the drummer from the 5Ls in my band back in the day. New album, we talked about it last week. It's on Ripple Records. Is yours the same color variant?
I assume. Smoky. Yes.
It's like a red marbly thing going on. Yeah,
I think
killer
they call
stuff.
it red and black smoke or something like
Yeah.
that.
Aaron got his too? Hell yeah. Oh shit, Zero says mine will be here tomorrow. Fucking A, dude. Thanks for picking
Hell
that
yeah,
up, man.
man.
Thanks for supporting the homies, man. I really appreciate that.
Read that hype
Yo,
sticker.
Winebender.
Yo, E-Dub, what's up?
This motherfucker.
What's he always say? Mofackle. Yo, Mofackle.
Holy Roller, Rat King. It's on Ripple Music. Go check it out. Give it a stream if it's up your buddy Hoyle. Go order the record, man. Throw them some money, man. These are some homies, absolute homies. Played in a band with Jay, and I know Adam from way back from Glass Casket. If you guys are like familiar with like super like heavy stuff, Glass Casket is one of those bands that like. Did you ever listen to Glass Casket?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like this record is heavier than the last Holy
I've not
Roller.
listened to the whole thing yet. I've streamed probably 4 or 5 songs. But yeah, really proud of those guys. I love when my friends are still putting out really good stuff, and
Yeah.
I always say this, that I can hype it and feel good about hyping it because I'm not just bullshitting. It's actually really good music. It's not like your kid's sister releases a fucking singer-songwriter and you're like, oh, album, and you're like, oh yeah, go listen to it. It's so good. And it's just, it sounds like an owl getting like circumcised with a fucking wooden spoon. But you have to hype it because it's your little sister kind of shit. It's not that shit. It's not that.
But no, Holy Roller, well, shit, I'll talk about, you going to talk about where you're at, or you want me to talk about me going to that?
Yeah, do that, and I'll talk about the other show.
Okay, so
I
the
forgot
Holy
about
Roller.
it. I was going to do that before, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. They did the album release party in Winston-Salem because they are a Winston-Salem band, and we didn't read the hype sticker. The Ripple hype sticker says, Holy Roller, holding nothing back with a ferocious riff attack. This Winston-Salem foursome delivers the goods.
Hell yeah.
So they did a release party in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's where I'm at. It's just down the road from here. The Monstercade, if you've heard of it. And it was literally, like I was telling Mike, I was like, yeah, on the show last week, I said I need to set the intention to go support them, especially since Mike wasn't going to be able to make it. So I literally went down, I got on a main thoroughfare in Winston, made one left turn, and the road I was on turned into the road that was where the show was. I mean, it was literally
wow.
like a few miles down the road.
It was a drunk walk.
Yeah, a real good drunk walk. So yeah, maybe closer to 5 miles, but
It's like a blunt and a half walk.
okay.
That's how we measure shit. It's like a blunt and a half.
And this place was like, it was super cool, super small, and personal.
That's nice. That's my favorite kind of shows, man.
Now, my thing as far as a story on that, too, because I did talk to Jay and Adam before the show. We had the grandson's birthday party last week, too, to give him the four-wheeler. So that was big business.
Yeah.
I also stayed there to ride four-wheelers a little bit after all the other kids went away. So this is getting on after 7 o'clock or better. I said, hey, we're done. Okay, yeah. I was thinking I really need to get going to go to the show. So I go home, get ready, get there. It's like 8:30 or better, 8:40. I'm thinking one of the bands is already going to be playing, but I'm not going to miss them. This was some late show shit, man.
Yeah, oh, sure.
They were not even. I walked up and was like, what? I saw Jay over there mingling outside, talking to people, and I went up. I went in the club. It's like, oh man, the first band is still setting up.
Yeah.
Walked back out, and then I walked by. I think it's the owner, the dude at the door. I said, do I need to pay? He's like, well, yeah. I guess I'm ready. All the bands were checked in, so it literally was going to start at 9, but didn't start till 9:30.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm from the 10, 11, 12 culture.
Ah.
Like, openers 10, middle bands 11, the headliners 12. That's kind of where I came from.
This was that
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Now,
I wasn't expecting that.
yeah,
So I made it with plenty of time to spare.
yeah, sure.
So yeah. One thing that was funny though, tell a little story about, because I was talking to Jay, Overtory is how you pronounce his last name.
Correct.
And Adam told the story of he's like, Jay is just like, yeah, the Southerners always leave off the last syllable. And Adam said, I literally knew this guy for years before I pronounced his last name correctly. I thought it was Overtor. So I thought that was kind of a little funny story for bandmates or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got my shirt too.
Oh, dude, when I was in the 5Ls, I was with the guy that owns the Brewers cattle.
Yeah.
And he was our DJ. His name's Scoop. He was the DJ in the 5Ls, and I used to hang out with him a lot. And we were over, because he had the biggest record collection I've ever seen. And probably, I don't know.
What is this, early 2000s?
Mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s.
Yeah. And we would go over there after shows. But when we were done and spin records and hang out and DJ, and I'd get a set, he'd get a set, I'm pulling records and mixing crazy shit, and we were all fucked up, but whatever.
You didn't know his real name.
Yeah. So years and years and years later, he's in the basement doing some shit, and I hear a bing bong, and I'm upstairs taking a piss or something, and he's like, yo man, get the door. I go over and get the door. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? What's up? He's like, yo, is Dave here? And I'm like, nah, man, I don't, what's up? I was like, it's like, nah, Dave lives here. Is Dave here? And I'm like, he's looking around, and I'm like, nah, and I hear him from downstairs go, yo, that's me. And I was like, what? And I was like, I asked the guy, I was like, Scoop's name is Dave? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck. I've been in a band with him for 4 years.
Damn.
4 years. No idea his name was Dave. I just knew him as Scoop.
Yeah, shit. There was no reason to know anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's too funny.
During one of the first GMRN episodes, you got a cigar or beer from the Brewers Kettle? Yeah, probably both. Yeah, they're big time now. He's got it used to be just a little small store the size of this room with coolers and just a register, and now they're bars and stores, and there's 4 or 5 of them across the state.
Oh, wow.
He sold some of them. So, some other people runs a couple of the other ones, and he's done super well for himself. That's better than me. I'm just treading water. Just, trying to make the donuts. But,
It's time to make the donuts. So, yeah. I went to the show, got the CD, got to support the guys. Got the shirt. Now, I did not. I do want to
that's
tell about
awesome.
this too. I did not get the Rat King shirt because they were already out of the fat guy size.
Surely.
No 3X.
Okay.
I said, okay, well, just give me one of them other ones.
They had 3X ones though?
Yeah. They did have 3X.
Okay.
He just was out, and then he still had a 3X.
I've always
on
been like,
this.
dude, if
You need a beer?
sure, I'll take one. If you're a stoner doom heavy metal, I'll just say heavy metal in general. If you're a heavy metal band and you're showing up to shows and you've got like mediums and larges, what the fuck are we doing? Have you seen your fan? Imagine going to a Crowbar show and they're like, "Yo, we only got mediums left." Are you serious? Like, don't even buy mediums. Unless you're
Yeah.
buying it for your fucking chick.
Right. Well, my chick's not even a medium; it'd be a large or something.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. I've never understood that.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shows I've been at, and I'm like, are you like that's the biggest size you got? Crowbar shirts start at 4X. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's like you walk in, you pay for your ticket, they give you a shot of mayonnaise as you walk in the door. What are we saying?
Now I do have some more digs. You got
well,
more digs?
No, fucking Christ.
You had the equipment and the.
Oh no, I was going to mention though.
Where you went?
Yeah, you went to the Holy Roller Show, which I would have totally went to, except last week I got gifted a ticket to the Wu-Tang Run the Jewels show in Raleigh on Saturday night. Our pals Danny and Jenny called me up. It's like, "Yo, we got this ticket. We thought we ordered 3. We ordered 4, I guess. I got a free ticket. You want in?" And it's like cameraman was going. So we're all staying at cameraman's house, Ryan's house. So we, and they brought their RV down there. That was like a fucking bus.
Oh, yeah.
And when I say RV, I mean bus. And
So what is that? That's Class C.
I don't know. But so Jenny comes in the house and we're all hanging out. We're drinking a little bit. She starts making some chili. And the chili gets to a certain point. She's like, "Sure." Takes the crock pot, goes back into the RV. We all get in there. We take this RV down to the Lenovo arena. Park it across like 6 spaces. Danny pulls the slides out on both sides.
Oh, nice.
Pulls the grill out. We had Frito pie with chili made in the crock pot. And Jenny's an amazing cook. And then Danny throws like 8 pounds of barbecued pork chops on the grill. A big table. Some of their friends came over.
Nice.
We're drinking liquor. We're fucking eating food. We're fucking going up in the RV with the TV and like a big ass fucking RV. We're ripping fucking haunchers. You know what I'm saying? We're doing grown folk stuff in there. Go into and watch with some of my favorite people in the world. Run the Jewels, amazing. And a lot of the guys I was with was not too hip to Run the Jewels. Fantastic. Wu-Tang, I mean, the second time for me seeing Wu-Tang, the last time I saw him was back in '97 with Rage Against the Machine. And it was pretty fucking amazing. Mostly for the fact it's a different type of vibe and energy than like a rock show. I was much more like looking at the monitor and like looking down. I'm like, "Oh shit, that's fucking Raekwon," and he's like right there, and he's fucking like he's right in front of me.
Right.
The sound was ass because it's a hip hop show. Hip hop shows sound like absolute garbage,
Really?
just in general. I mean, but because I couldn't hear like the certain little samples and melodies and stuff that are in Wu-Tang songs. That's the shit that gets me turned out. On top
Right.
of the fucking rhyming that goes on top of it.
And then
But I
it's
couldn't
not.
hear any of that. It was much more. That was way louder than the fucking beats and shit.
Right.
But we were still losing our mind. You know what I mean? We were still losing our mind.
Right.
It was a great time. It was a perfect like little crew of people. We went back out to the RV after the show, had a few beers, smoked a couple of whatevers, hung out a little bit. It was so good, man. So good. But yeah. Oh yeah, you're going to continue with the dig of the week.
Oh yeah, continue with dig of the week. So also last week, to like reiterate on some Mikey Bananas pickup, he got a Monolord record from Hippo.
Yeah, I did.
So, and you mentioned that there was another one of their albums still there.
Should I play Holy Roller right now? Is this going to get us popped?
No,
You
I
don't think
shouldn't.
so?
Yeah, play it in the back. Play it in the
Play
back.
it. I'm gonna play the
And
new one.
Aaron Griffin made the comment. He said, "I know what you're going to be doing tomorrow." And so it was. I went to Hippo and got that. I'll let you get that going. Monolord Veneer. This is like a last year's reissue.
Nice.
Riding Easy Records.
This is the very first Monolord I ever picked up. And actually, I bought this, my very first patch for my jacket. I bought, when me and Finn went to the Monolord show up in Asheville, I bought this Monolord patch for my jacket before I had a jacket. I just was like, yo, for $5, I'm gonna buy a patch at the show. That's like it's like a high five of like, I was here, motherfucker. Smack it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, fuck a shirt, all that.
I did buy, that's where I bought Empress Rising though.
Oh, okay.
Because I owned Veneer. I had purchased Veneer before. That's how I knew I really, really liked them. So I owned Veneer, and then when we went up there, I bought Empress Rising in the tour color.
Okay.
And the patch. That's what I got. And then we went and spent like 3 or 4 days up in the mountains on a fucking stream. And just smoked weed and looked at water and grilled food and shit.
Tripping on nature.
Dude. Nowadays, well, we won't worry about that.
And then had to check to see if some other stuff was there. The new Pelican.
Oh, that was there?
Renaissance, yeah.
Oh.
So I went ahead and picked it up.
Need. Is it pricey?
No, I think it was 28.
Okay.
It is 2 LPs.
So pricey.
Yeah.
No, that's
For
valid.
2 LPs is valid. It's not like
I need that.
2017
I need
where,
that.
where it was it might only been $22.
I need that though.
But yeah, it's cool. This is kind of, the flames are kind of embossed
Cool.
on the cover.
What's the vinyl look like, you know?
It's orange. You can pull it out the
Orange,
back.
okay. No, I'll let you. What's the name of the album?
Flickering Resonance.
Have you really cool cover? I like purple and gold together. That's a really, really good color combination. I really do love that. Have you had time to like sit with the record?
No, I've only played it once.
Okay,
so, yeah,
that's kind of how it was.
Yeah.
I've streamed it like once, and I know I love Pelican. I love some Pelican more than I love other Pelican, but I've not had time to like sit with that one and like take it in. But that's I'm sure it's fucking phenomenal because it's Pelican.
It's the noise, whatever.
Man, I love those guys.
Instrumental.
Yeah.
Then, kind of a funny story, man. Adam, you know Adam. Adam's the guy that works there.
Yeah.
He pretty much runs Winston for Patrick. And he's like, hey, man, he's like, would you be interested? This seems like something that would be kind of up your alley. You know, a little Hawkwind, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Oh.
He said, I actually brought some records in to sell Patrick, and for whatever reasons,
Wow.
he didn't want to buy this one.
Is this an OG?
Yeah,
What?
free.
Free?
Yes, Adam gave it to me out of
He
his personal
gave it
collection.
to you?
And then he had this one too. He's like, yeah, I got a few he didn't take. And I said, dude, that's on the want list too. I need some Gary Newman, Pleasure Principles.
Oh yeah.
Cars, are you kidding?
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Cameraman
That
has
is the inner, it's not the back cover. But anyway.
Wow. These were free?
Yes.
Those two are free.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Oh, I'm pressing him next time I'm in there. I am pressing this fat motherfucker up against. Yo, why you giving motherfuckers free shit? We don't talk nice? We ain't friends?
remember, I told you last week.
I
When you
work at the
talked
fucking
about
TV
that,
station, man, motherfucker.
when you talked about that,
Keeping you safe, boy.
you said you liked Adam because he remembered your name, kind of knew
Yeah.
what you were looking for, but then he didn't like hold your ears hostage. He let you get in there and do some digging.
Yeah. When
Yeah,
you're
so
doing this, he doesn't ask you questions.
Right.
If you're doing this, he's like, yo, this motherfucker's locked in.
Me, I get it uncomfortable the other way. Like I'm asking him questions.
I do that.
I'm kind of going over the top because he, I might, if I've been in there by myself before, that dude will be like, "Hey man, I'm going to step out and burn one real quick or something like that."
Yeah.
It's a nasty habit or something like that. So I always kind of go over, and like, "Hey, how long have you lived in Winston?" Kind of in the uncomfortable era.
Dude, my
of talking.
my number one recommendation for people that, especially like younger people that are just new to going to record stores, and especially younger people who don't know how to interact with motherfuckers to begin with.
Right, because they have no social skills.
Correct. But one thing I do, and I've done it with Adam a lot, and I'm really interested, but like when I'm like flipping through records, and I'll just look up and I'll just be like, yo, what is this you're playing? And he'd be like, oh, this is, and he'll list off something. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And sometimes it's something I'm really interested in. Other times it's just like, it's a break the ice, like,
Yeah, just
let's
shitty chat.
let's start a conversation with the record store guy, which for young record collectors can really behoove you.
Right.
Start off an innocuous conversation with the record store proprietor by being like, what is this? And they say like, oh, this is a fucking bootleg from a, and they launch into something. And be like, oh yeah, no way, because I'm a big Neutral Milk Hotel fan. I'm like, oh, for real? I saw them back in '97 when they were la da da da. Oh yeah? Hey, if you like Neutral Milk Hotel, you should really check out this record. Boom.
Right.
That's how stuff's supposed to work. So my number one suggestion for new people going into record stores, ask the guy at the counter, what is this you're playing? That starts the conversation. And unless you're a moron and can't continue that a little bit, not all awkward and stupid, like you're asking a girl to dance or some shit in middle school. I feel like, dude, I run into like 25-year-olds in every conversation. It's like, I feel like you're about to ask this guy to dance in a middle school dance. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, they can't just be like, what year did this record come out? I'm like, what?
Who cares, man?
But anyway, that's a great way to kind of break the
Yeah.
ice with especially like a new store. Maybe you don't know the guy.
Or new to you.
Yeah, new
Yeah.
to, yeah, like you're in a different town. You go out of town like on a vacation. You walk into a record store. That's a great way to strike up a conversation. Yo, man, what is this? Even if it's some bullshit you don't fucking care about. If it's Taylor Swift, maybe we skip this conversation.
Wait till the next record starts.
God bless Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. But like, if it's something that's, something, it's a great way to start a little conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway, please continue.
No, that's it. They'll
Proceed, Mr.
he'll
Penguin.
learn your name, and then he'll start to learn some of the stuff you like. And then
Absolutely.
help
Absolutely.
you damn finding you.
That has never served me poorly.
Right.
Is striking up a nice little, you don't have to spend 20 minutes talking to somebody. Just a nice little back and forth while you're looking for records. That will always work to your benefit. It doesn't always equal like 2 super dope records for free, mind you. But it does often work to your advantage. It will never work to your disadvantage.
Right.
I'll say that.
And also, sometimes it can mean more, like Jonathan from Underdog coming to Steve's 60th birthday party.
Yeah. It can lead to like,
Yeah.
it can actually lead to like actual friendships.
Yeah.
For sure. But at base level, it can like maybe get you a nice record recommendation or like just, key you in on some stuff.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're ignorant to shit, and sometimes they know some stuff. Especially if you're like from out of town, or you're visiting, or like, it's good. It's just a good little. If you're in there and you're a fucking mute, just like you're shopping in fucking Walmart, then you know what? Go shop in fucking Walmart.
He's going to be watching you to make sure you ain't stealing nothing.
Go. If you're going to hide yourself like this while you're in a record store, go buy the shit off Amazon.
Right.
Because it's probably cheaper anyway.
It's about connecting with people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It could lead to kissing. Fair enough. It's possible. It's not guaranteed. Is that all you got?
That is all I've got, yes.
Now I'm pissed off.
4 or 5 records. 5 records counting the...
All right, let's take a quick commercial break.
Clear your sinuses.
We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with a soda speak and chip chat.
You like soda? I like chips.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do something.
They're good.
We got something. We're going to do something.
Yes.
All right, football. Football town in America. Whoa! That's my head. Sean made that.
Where's that mask?
Sean made that. Way back in the day.
Oh.
Probably 12 years ago. Jesus Christ. It had the mohawk.
You actually had a mohawk?
Yeah.
That's a pretty dope hawk, man.
Yeah.
Grown Man Record ought to be back in a minute. Stick around.
Raw power. Your bike can have the cycle sound with raw power. It fits on most handlebars and makes the sound of raw power. Raw power, the motorcycle sound from Ideal.
At Plato's retreat, you can make your dreams come true. Fulfill your wildest fantasies, we've got them all for you. The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young. It's for you. It's for you.
Plato's Retreat, located in the Ansonia Hotel, is a unique club open to free-thinking adult couples. We offer a relaxing, no-pressure environment, complete with heated swimming pool and that great disco beat. Plato's may not be for everyone, but you won't.
Oops, I didn't mean to switch that quick. Sorry.
All right.
A new generation of affordable cellular phones at an incredible price breakthrough from Radio Shack, the technology store.
Hi, Daddy, it's me.
And now there's a totally portable phone at a price we dare the competition to beat.
He says we can. Okay, be there soon.
Radio Shack, the first name in cellular telephone technology.
Hi, I'm Jerry Baker, and I'd like to introduce you to the Garden Weasel. It's a revolutionary new 5-in-1 tool that makes gardening fun and easy. The Garden Weasel's 3 rotary blades mesh with a scissor action to break up topsoil, and they uproot young weeds before they get a start, then mixes the weeds and the leaves into soil, and that's a mulch, and that's beneficial to your garden. The weasel cultivates to a uniform 2-inch depth, protecting your plant's roots. Now, you remove the center blade for cultivating around seedling rows and young bedding plants and vegetables. Use one blade for those hard-to-reach areas. Insert the short handle, and the weasel is perfect for plant boxes and greenhouses. The Garden Weasel is made of a rust-free alloy and is virtually self-cleaning. You simply hose it off and allow it to dry. If you have a friend who's into gardening like I am, the Garden Weasel makes a perfect gift. Look for this display.
Garden Weasel is a multi-purpose tool that makes gardening easier and more fun. At Walgreens, Osco, DeKalb, and Rabbity Drugs, a perfect gift for any friend who's into gardening.
I am dog now.
Roof, roof.
I am dog now.
What's your
Davis! Sorry. I've been on a big chat pile kick this week.
A shat pile?
Yeah. All right, let's get into a little soda stick action. This has been chilling in the soda for about a week now. Let's see what's up with this.
Soda Smurf.
Sure. All right. So, we've done some Olipop stuff. I always get, what's the other brand of like prebiotic soda?
Poppy?
Poppy.
I am Poppy.
So, some of these have been really good. Some of these have been really bad. And I can't ever remember which one are the really bad ones.
Man, I had that one. You had Stacy rolling when you said, "How can you get past the turpentine?"
Was that the Olipop? Was it?
I think can't remember if it was a Ollie or a Poppy.
Well, this is. I mean, I think it was an Olipop maybe, but I had to pick this up because I've been saying since I was a little bitty fucking fat shithead kid that why the fuck are there not apple flavored sodas?
Apple flavored sodas.
USA, apple pie, baseball should be like a no-brainer. There's no apple sodas.
Orange, grape, peach, strawberry.
But there's no apple?
But there's no apple.
And it's the like USA, like, you know what I mean? Anyway, so it's an Olipop crisp apple.
I like a crisp apple.
Surely. And as I'm talking myself into thinking, it's a prebiotic plant fiber botanicals thing.
Supports digestive health.
What up, Frank? Oh yeah, we had to throw the Zonkman brought the sweatshirt in for the fucking program.
Yeah, what would
read
Jason
this.
do?
I can't read this. I'm
okay,
blind as a
you just want to read the story?
Yeah, sure.
It's just a generic on Olipop, isn't it? You read that?
I don't know.
Okay, Olipop combines the classic soda you know and love with prebiotics, plant fiber, and botanicals to support your microbiome and digestive health. Finally, a refreshing soda that's actually good for you. There was a lot of big words in there. I was having trouble.
You just
with.
skipped over?
No.
Did you skip them?
I just
Did you skip some?
I drug them out.
That's fair. That's fair.
Life sparkling apple juice and gummy apple rings blending into one.
Huh. I like an apple. Yo, I think I'm not a candy guy. Are you a big candy guy?
I used to be.
Like fruit candies and shit?
Yeah.
I've always hated
gummy bears, Skittles.
I like gummies a little, but like I would never walk into a store and buy fruit candy. Ever. Like literally ever. Well, like, a lot of people are like, what? Like, I would get chocolate, like candy bar or something like that, but I would never buy Skittles. Skittles would maybe the only thing I would buy. Maybe some Twizzlers.
Twizzlers, yeah.
I love a Twizzler in a movie theater.
Oh, gummy candy, yeah.
Because I remember
showing... Easy
dude.
In your pocket.
I remember showing the kid. The kid was like probably 8 or 9 years old. And we went to go see a Marvel movie or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And we got like a big ass fucking Sprite. We got a pack of Twizzlers. And I was like, I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm about to change your life. She said, what are you talking about? I said, watch this. I took a Twizzler, I bit the end off, stuck it down in the Sprite, and I was like, now drink this. She's like, through the candy? I'm like, yeah. Like, use the Twizzler as the straw. So she's sucking the Sprite through the fucking Twizzler, and she's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, son, you're welcome. pass that on to the next generation. The Twizzler straw? Absolutely. Anyway. But I've always thought there should be more apple sodas.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, apple me up. Apple up.
Is it clear? Is that straight up clear?
That looks straight up clear. Don't say plenty for yourself.
The bouquet does have a lot of nice apple to it.
Because
I don't know if I showed this off.
There's so many different apples. So
Right.
like, what apple
Yeah.
do you use to make the soda?
Yeah, and there's a big difference from like a Granny Smith,
The Red Delicious.
Red Delicious, or my all-time. What's your all-time favorite apple?
Man, I don't know. I don't know apples. That's all. You just named the two I don't know. That's
I'm
it.
a Honey Crisp guy.
Honey Crisp. Okay.
That's that the Wilkes, the Apple Festival. Those are Honey Crisp up there.
Oh.
That's the apple. The Wilkes County. Isn't that Wilkes?
Yeah.
Where they do the Apple Festival?
Yeah. Wilkesboro. Yeah.
That's where the Honey Crisp come from. And my pal Lainey, she would go up there and buy a bunch of fucking apples, and she would come back and make a bunch of like apple pies and shit. And she's like the best baker ever.
What about like
Laney.
a good apple butter is good too.
I like an apple butter, surely. All right.
I think the crisp part has like the candy.
Oh yeah.
The candy side of
Let's
it.
hold that fucking phone, shall we? Wow. I was scared for this.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I remember I thought the Olipop was the one that made me gross in my mouth. I thought it was the one that made me gross in my mouth, and I was like, yo, this shit's gonna fucking piss me off. And it actually, yo, this is insane.
It's also non-GMO. For anybody who's paying attention to that.
That is, of all these like newfangled sodas, by far my favorite. Holy shit! It's not a green apple, so it's not tart.
Right.
It's a nice sweet apple soda.
It's not tart, but it's still got that zing, and I think that's more of what the candy ring side of it than
it's like a regular apple. It's just like a regular apple. It's not. Yeah. Oh, dude, this is legit.
Yeah.
No bullshit. This is the business right
The
there.
crisp, the zing.
And this may have been the one. I may be getting them confused because there was one that had that the orange soda. That was one of the best orange sodas I've ever had in my life. And it may have been the Olipop orange. But I've been getting those Olipops and the Poppies confused.
Yeah.
A couple of them have been extremely suspect. And I'm starting to think maybe those were the Poppies. The Poppies may be the bullshit ones. And the Olipops may be the fucking business. This one is 100% the business.
Good, yeah.
Don't get it twisted. This shit's
Well, another
fucking
thing too.
And you're
this
talking
thing's
like,
got sugar. Some.
yeah. What's the? I can't read that.
Sugar's 5 grams. So
5.
It's like,
You got a little bit. But
right.
it's not
and it's
compared to like
50 calories instead of 150 for a soda.
Sure. I mean, if that was a Sunkiss, that would have 44
40 grams of sugar.
grams of sugar
As opposed
100%.
to 5.
Yo, what was that?
Yeah.
The Wilhelm just followed. Yo, thanks for that fucking follow. Man.
Thank you.
Thanks for becoming a friend of the program.
What is that? Who is the Wilhelm? That's a new person to the program.
Also the kid ran the marbles with us, and I forgot to say thank you for the follow. See that 3 hours ago. Jesus Christ, I'm a moron. Thanks a lot, man.
That's the kid Natos?
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
Running strong in the marbles race.
Right, throwing some elbows.
Absolutely.
I didn't pay attention. Who won?
Yeah. Scally won.
Scally,
Yeah.
okay.
I apologize for not mentioning that follow earlier. But anyway.
So yeah. Who's the Wilhelm? I know somebody with that last name.
I don't know. I mean, we don't need to get
Right.
all fucking federal about it.
Okay.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, what's your social, brother? I mean, while we're at it, who'd you vote for last time? I don't know what we're doing over here.
Well, okay, all right. The Zonk Man is chill, man. The Zonk Man is chill.
Let's get into some chip chat action. Excesso calorious. Excesso. There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying. Those are thick. Papas. Look at that. Es delicioso. Ah! Sting City. All right.
Sting City.
Sting City.
All right, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to talk about this. This is a chip that came all the way from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, courtesy of Uncle Wes. Thank you, Uncle Wes.
God's country. Thank you, Uncle
Now,
Wes.
we did, like, right off the get-go, it was some kind of truffle deal.
So Wes sent a package that had a few different chips.
Yeah.
And they were all the Kettle brand.
All Kettle brand.
And there was a couple of what I considered down the middle Kettle brand flavors. So barbecue, there was some pickle. Then we had that truffle one in there.
Yeah.
Which we did on the show. Knowing I would hate it, because I hate truffle chips.
Right.
I knew, but that's, we can't do every chip that I like.
Right.
That's what somebody said. I remember it was Metal Theologian. It's like, you like every chip you ever do. So I definitely do really appreciate the times that we do a chip that I'm like, nah.
Right, don't cut it.
Because it doesn't look like I'm a fucking paid advertisement or some shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway, so Wes sent this big box to the program. God bless him. And I was like, we've done that one and we've done that one. And then I pulled up the fucking list and I'm like, we've not done either one of those.
Right.
The whole entire box Uncle Wes sent, we've not done any of those. And I would have bet my life we would have done these.
Right.
But here we are. And now we have choosing one of these. We got the Kettle brand, which is one of our favorites. Although I'm super pissed off they don't do the tear the corner shit. I called them up and told them off about that shit.
Oh, to not do it or to do it?
You can open it like a normal chip now, can't you? Or no?
It does not have the thing, but it has like where it used to go.
Can you pull it? See if you can pull it open like a normal chip. No. Try.
You want me to do upside down? And you need to show it. Backyard barbecue?
Sure. It's a backyard barbecue chip.
Backyard barbecue. Just make sure we said the flavor.
Backyard
backyard barbecue. That was another reason you thought you did it before.
I was on
barbecue's pretty straightforward.
You remember the backyard barbecue commercials on Channel 12 back in the day?
No.
You don't remember that? They had a dude wearing a chef's hat, waving a spatula. That was me. Oh, it's see, back in the day, you wouldn't have been able to do that. We used to sit,
you had to tear.
We used to sit here and pull on that on purpose.
And they had the stupid tear the corner.
Yeah.
Good kettle chip. Looks like it's got some stuff on it. I love barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue is one of my go-tos, even though it gives me heartburn. Is there anything specific for the backyard that you can tell us, like if there's anything on the back that kind of describes the flavor to what makes it backyard barbecue?
I'm not seeing anything. It's just Kettle brand potato chips here at the Kettle brand, Great Pride, blah, 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 blah. Salem, Oregon, reintroduced native plants. We planted 5 acres, blah, 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 blah. Nothing about backyard barbecue.
No. I think they're phenomenal.
Yeah,
I would have thought, and I don't necessarily taste this, but if you're gonna throw like backyard barbecue on a bag to make it different, you know what I would have done?
What's that?
Thrown a little bit of mustard in the mix.
Mustard.
And then maybe it's there.
I'm not seeing any. It's a normal type stuff.
I'm
dried cane
just to
sugar,
separate it from,
paprika,
like,
onion powder, tomato powder,
just to separate it from normal barbecue.
chili pepper,
I would have
garlic.
make it taste a little bit like mustard barbecue,
including smoke.
so that you could say like, yeah, like backyard when you're eating a burger, barbecue. There's mustard. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
throw in
It's
like
got something that's a little different though.
It does. That's what made me think of it.
It's not a straight down the line Lay's barbecue chip.
I don't think so. No.
Good.
The chip has a lot to do with that. I'll say the Kettle brand chip is probably my favorite consistency of a chip. They're Kettle, so it's not like a Lay's where you like just breathe on it and it breaks. But it's also not like one of those super crunchy Kettles that like bust your teeth out and shit.
Yeah.
It's like right in the middle. So you could probably run this around in a dip. If you got a French onion or something going on,
Yeah.
you could take a chip like this and go to town on that without worrying about it breaking off in the middle of the container. Because that's a fucking buzzkill, right? Your chip breaks off like right in the middle of the container. I think this would handle that. It wouldn't handle like the cheese ball.
No.
No.
Nothing thick.
No. But like, I think it's right in the middle. But it's also not going to bust your teeth out.
Now I remember as a kid, I know this ain't the chip chat.
If this is going to be about Moore's, we'll talk an hour about Moore's potato chips.
No.
You a big Moore's
I don't
guy?
remember the brand. It just said Idaho Russet. And they were a hard ass chip that like was the one that break your teeth when you bit them. But I loved when
Utz has that russet,
Mom
the
and Dad.
dark russet.
I don't think I've ever
You
tried
ever had
that.
the dark russet?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I love it. Just like I love the dark pretzels. Like what are they called? They're Utz as well. Special dark. I think they're called Special Dark. That was Miss
Yeah, they
U's,
were big
that was
pretzels.
Miss U's nickname in high school.
Whoa! Has she even been in here tonight?
No. Cape Cod is a kettle chip that will rape your mouth like a
Cape
Captain
Cod,
Crunch.
that was it.
Okay.
I think it was a Cape Cod Idaho Russet
Okay.
from the 80s. Yeah, you're right there, Mr. AG.
Yo, those dude, some of my favorite snack in general. And I'm not a big pretzel guy, but those Utz Special Dark,
Yeah.
they're big like pretzels like this
yeah.
big. But when you bite them, they fall to nothing because they're so like overcooked and it makes them like bitter. But like with a nice beer or something, like a bitter pretzel like that is elite. Absolutely elite.
Yeah, that's when you're supposed to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Supposed to be chomping on them.
Yeah. I don't want to say nothing no more.
You want to get killed by Jason? Happy Friday the 13th, even though it's Saturday the 14th. now.
Oh yeah, I should get the machete off the wall. Random math. I've been looking for a place to talk about how I ruined my life. I can't find any free therapy places. Figure this may work. All right, let's talk. How do you feel like your childhood affected you as you've gotten older? Did you have a nice childhood? Did you have a lot of siblings? That's a great place to start.
And we also talk about records and chips and soda.
Sure.
And
But
that's a good
I'm
topic
also-
to maybe break the ice.
I'm also a great. I'm a therapy guy. We can get into it.
You're a strong ear for listening.
Absolutely. If I feel like I can help somebody, I feel like I was put here to help people. Periods? Okay. We could say period.
Oh my God.
Maybe not exactly what we.
What?
You're
Jason,
37 and a math professor. I love it. What's your favorite differential equation?
Your joke earlier tonight was trigonometry.
Oh, I did. Did you hear the joke earlier? My joke to start off the show was that my stepdaughter went to college and she was taking a trigonometry class. And the class was so expensive and the textbooks were so expensive, she had to take out a loan for the class. And I had to co-sign for it. I've been sleeping with a 22-year-old student for a year. Holy shit. This guy's in it. I mean, that's legal.
Yeah, that's legal.
That's legal.
Two
Sure.
consenting adults.
God bless. God bless. As long as it's not a... I mean, you can knock her up. He can, no, Nate. He can knock her up. Knock away. Make lots of babies. As long as you kill them afterwards, that's all that's important.
And then there was silence.
Remember, abortion's green. My wife was cool with it for a while. Sounds like a pretty cool wife. My wife died, so I have sort of a footing on what to say about it, but I don't. I only have like a half. I have like half an opinion. Probably.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Do the F's. How am I supposed to do the F's?
Throw the F's.
Throw in the F's.
Yeah. She passed away. You call feelings? I mean, it happens, dude. But a 22-year-old, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're only red-blooded Americans here, right?
Red-blooded.
I mean, them titties ain't retarded. Right? Right? Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Knockers are knockers. Unless we're going to split hairs here.
I once gave advice to a younger gentleman, somebody younger than myself, who might have been having some relationship issues, and I told him, ass is ass, man. Ass is ass. And that's it.
Was he a Boy Scout leader? Because that could have got him in trouble. That could have got him in a lot of trouble. And I don't really want to be part of that.
No, he was getting with a girl that her name was Heather, and they may have called her
Heather B. All Glocks down.
Heather. They called her Heather.
Oh.
And she might have, given some gratification to more than one of his friends.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Now she's ghosting me and I'm hurting, and my wife is pissed because I'm Harry Broken. I don't know what I'm Harry Broken means, but yo, I'll fuck with it. I'm Harry Broken.
When Harry met Sally.
You're going away too, fat boy. Sorry.
The lunatics are on the grass.
Davis!
This is where it gets weird.
Is this Fever? Oh, probably. Yeah. Fever fucks so many. Alright. Period. Grown Men Recognize is the best. Point blank, period.
Nesta.
We'll see you guys next time.
Mom.
Yes, honey?
You know we were talking yesterday?
Yes, we were.
You know about periods?
Yes, what about periods?
Do you have periods?
Yes. All women have periods.
Tell me what happens.
Blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs. Do you have a question, Jill?
Yes, I want to know if Susie has periods.
Susie? Yes, Mom? Jill wants to know something. What do you want, Jill?
Susie, do you have periods?
Do I have periods? Jill, all women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days. When I'm on my period, blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs.
Well, Susie, what about my teacher? Does Miss Jones have periods?
Yes, Jill, your teacher, Mrs. Jones, does have periods. All women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Dad.
What have you girls been talking about?
About periods, Daddy. Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure, honey. What is it?
Does Aunt Carol have periods?
Yes, Jill. All women have periods about every 4 weeks.
But, Dad, men don't have periods, do they?
That's right, honey. Men do not. Only women. Blood from inside a woman's body comes outside from an opening between her legs about every 4 weeks.
But the blood, won't it get on my clothes?
No, it won't, because you use a sanitary pad.
A sanitary pad.
Yes, a sanitary pad.
Susie, what's a sanitary pad?
Come on, Jill, I'll show you. I'm having my period now. Let's go into the bathroom. This is a sanitary pad. This is where I keep them.
Blue, white, blue,